Hey guys, welcome back. Today is January 31st and I'm about to finish my very first month of my temperature blanket. This is something I plan to keep you guys up to date on throughout the year, and I have made a few shorts so far. So I just wanted to kind of sit down and crochet today and kind of explain why I thought this project would be a fun one. This has been super cool so far. I originally got this idea. I stumbled across Pollyanna's videos last summer and I thought this would be such a fun project. Just see the temperature swings, especially when it comes to my garden space, since I love gardening. I thought this would really be cool if I were to do it yearly, and then that way I can see a visual what exactly is going on with the temperatures throughout the years. I always feel like now that I garden, I'm more in tune, but having a visual like this has really shown me exactly how our month has looked like. So if you've never heard of a temperature blanket before, essentially it's where you crochet or knit one row every day for the entirety of the year. A lot of people do this on the high or the average temperature for the day. I've been doing all of mine off of the high temperature. I thought that'd be a lot easier than figuring out the average every day. So this has been really cool. This top row here for us is January 1st, and you can see it was honestly one of our warmer days of the year. I believe I have a whole spreadsheet here. January 31st, we had a high of 61, and that's this really pretty Bryce Canyon color. I will make sure I put a whole color chart up here. All of my yarn is Lions brand Heartland. I really liked more of the muted, more rustic-y tones, but yet still having a color chart that represented cold and warm. So this month has been really cool because, as you can see, we actually started out quite warm. And then for the last week and a half, we have been pretty cold minus a day. Actually, the last 3 days have been the coldest of the year, which I think the coldest of the year so far was yesterday. We had a high of 21 degrees. The day before that, we had a high of 22. So all of my 20s is this color called Voyager. Today is the 31st, and I think we're 2 hours till sunset currently, and our high is not going to get past the 20s, so I feel very confident going ahead and crocheting today's row. We're currently sitting at 24, and they say our high is going to be 26 today, so regardless, we are going to be crocheting this color. I've been getting a lot of questions as far as what type of stitch am I using and how many stitches is my blanket across. So I am doing a single crochet stitch. This was something I literally learned how to crochet last summer watching a YouTube video because I saw this project and I was like, wow, that would be such a fun thing to learn and also incorporate with my gardening. And I must say, I absolutely love this. I have had a few days go by and then I'll crochet a bunch all at once. But lately I've been doing this every single night, and I love the 30 to 40 minutes it takes me to do each row. It's just a nice little wind down off my phone, and that's one reason why I thought this project would also be just really nice, because it's something I have to keep up with and it's guaranteed to keep me off my phone, because if you live in today's age, you have some type of phone addiction to some degree. I did 230 stitches across. I need to measure out exactly how long this blanket is. I simply just laid it out to a regular throw blanket I currently have, measured out the length. That way, there's something funky with the yarn. Okay. The one thing I like about crochet is even if you mess up, it is pretty easy just to take out and start over. It looked like a little bit of yarn just was popping up, and I'd rather go ahead and fix that while I currently see it. So I started crocheting. I wanted to make a blanket last summer because I wanted to see exactly how much effort a blanket would take me before tackling a temperature blanket. And I think that was a really good project that taught me a lot, because I did a lot of messing up and it allowed me just to kind of learn what I needed to learn before starting a project like this. The one thing I really had to learn when it came to this project was simply changing the color for each row. I used one type of yarn for my entire first blanket, so changing up yarn constantly was something new for me. Also, with that being said, I wanted to learn how to weave in my ends as I go, because I didn't want to have a project where I had 1,000,001 little tie-offs. So that was something I had to learn. That was so nice. Weaving in ends is amazing compared to doing it after your project. What was actually our Let's see. What was our highest temp we had in January? So it looks like we had a few days that were 62, and then our coldest day was yesterday, which was 21. To be honest, I'm actually kind of shocked on how warm our January was. I felt like we were going to be really cold because December was really cold. But honestly, I feel like true winter where I'm at always arrives in February. I only have one color colder than this, and it's for everything 19 degrees and below. And I really thought I almost got to use it yesterday, but we did end up getting to 21, like I said. The color underneath this is like a very lilac-y purple. I really thought it'd be cool to be able to use 6 colors in a month, but we ended up using 5 colors in the month, which will also be something really cool to track. I always tell people how much Kansas weather is very up and down, here, there, everywhere, and I think this blanket is really going to show you guys that, because I mean, we had multiple days in the 60s, 50s, and then we went from all that to the 30s and the 20s for the last few weeks for the most part. I was actually shocked on January 1st that we even had, what was it, the high of 61, because the week prior, oh my gosh, we felt like negative 30 and 40. I think our highs were only like 11, 12. So I'm thinking we're probably not past all of this, and we might see some of that come February. Hi. Look at you making 2 appearances in a row on my videos. All right, and I'm gonna do the whole final stitch with you guys. So let's get you closer. Pull the yarn through, and now that we have the stitch, we are going to finish off the stitch. I like to hold my project and the yarn, loop it through. And now this is where I actually like to just turn over my project real fast and tie these 2 strings together. We are going to chain 1. And now we're going to flip the entire project. Take our hook, place it into that first stitch there. And now that we have done that, we are going to take these 2 strings and kind of just lay them over the top, hook the yarn, pull it through, and then we are going to yarn over again, and your first stitch is done. All right, so now that I got the month stitch done, this is what January is looking like. I love how this blanket evolved through the month. I think this is just so fun. I did get one more question often on how many skeins of yarn I purchased. I bought 2 of each color minus like my little purpley color for now. Oh, and this came in a 3-pack cheaper. But I just did that because I wasn't sure exactly how much I would be going through. So far, it's looking like I'm going through green the most. But other than that, once I get through a whole skein, depending on if they're on sale, I think they're on sale at the moment. I randomly went to Joann's the other day to look up something for crochet, and I did think they were on sale. So maybe I'll get a few more while everything is on sale. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed just hanging out and crocheting with me today. I hope you guys like following along on this project. I think it'll be really cool once we get into like the deep summer months and we can just see how the garden is doing along with all the temperature swings. So that's super cool. Either way, I'm going to end today's video here. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you guys all next week. Bye.